My name is Tony Spurlock. I'm the Sheriff of Douglas County. This is a sad day for the Douglas County Sheriff's Office and for the citizens of Douglas County and the state of Colorado. Earlier this morning, around 5 o'clock, officers were called to a residence, 3400 block of County Line, on a disturbance. Once they were there, they were met with gunfire from the suspect. 4 officers were injured, and 1 officer was killed in the line of duty. The officer who was killed in the line of duty is Zackari Parrish, a 29-year-old deputy. He had worked for us for about 7 months. He had worked at the Castle Rock Police Department for a little more than 2 years. He is survived by his wife and 2 children. I spent some time with his wife. I can't tell you how difficult it is for a leader to sit down with the spouse of an officer who was killed in the line of duty. They had many hopes and dreams, and he was doing his job. He was doing his job well, and his life was taken from us this morning. This is going to be a several-day investigation, as you can imagine. So I asked the community to have patience with us. We've essentially locked down that apartment complex on County Line Road. There were well over 100 rounds fired in this engagement. The 100 rounds was from the suspect. And so there's a lot of work that needs to be done yet. We responded to the residents at 5:14 this morning on a verbal disturbance. And it was almost immediately after that, upon arrival of the officers, the shooting took place. The officers were injured and were extricating themselves away from the apartment complex. And then other officers came in and we maintained and secured it. The suspect continued to shoot at officers for some time until he was engaged by officers and was killed. The 4 officers all arrived at the same time, and they went into the house at the same time and contacted him in a bedroom portion of the apartment complex. And the sequence of the officers who was shot first, I don't have that available. We'll hopefully get some body cam footage that will help me answer some of those questions. Although I do know that all of them were shot very, very quickly. And they all went down almost within seconds of each other. So it was more of an ambush type of attack on our officers. He knew we were coming, and we obviously let him know that we were there to investigate the disturbance. I don't have the exact time frame, but yes, he was when he was shot and went down. The other officers went down right around him, and they tried to pull him out, but they were unable to due to their injuries. And so they were able to crawl to safety. He was not conscious, and so they weren't able to talk to him or to get him out. And the suspect continued shooting at the officers over Zach. The time frame, how long it was before we went in there and got Zach, and eventually was engaged with the suspect and shot and killed him. I can get 7:30, so 5:45 to 7:30.
And was Zach? Were you able to take out Zach at 7:30?
A little before that, yes.
Was he already deceased at the point?
Yes, he was.
Do you know if he died when shot? I know the coroner, but
I talked to, and I don't want to speak on behalf of the coroner, but I did talk to the emergency room physician that attended him at the hospital, and I did that so I could go meet with his wife to tell her, how long he was there. And really, I got to worry about my officers who backed out, and they think they're partners inside. The physician said that he had no ability to survive the injuries that he was hit. He was hit multiple times, and the locations he was hit would not have been able to save his life.